My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakia Galaderathan, and welcome back to Middle-earth as we start the last campaign. Dol Amroth, of course. Now, there was a Dol Amroth campaign in version 4.5, 4.6, but I believe it ended 2 years ago. So I don't really mind that we're going out on Dol Amroth. But we're going out on Dol Amroth because we're bookending. Because it's my favourite faction, and because it's objectively the best faction in the game. Fight me. As always, when you come to play version 5, please do read this message. Even if you've read it before, read it again, because you never know. You just never know. We are the Principality of Dol Amroth. Welcome, my lord, to Dor en Ernil, the lands of the prince. I could have told you that even if I hadn't written it down. There you go. Sindarin flex. There is the chat, if you want to have a read of that, of course. I'm not going to read through it, but you're welcome to. I don't actually know who wrote all of those, to be honest. They were written long before I joined, so. It is very early in the morning on the day you're watching this, actually. It is the 6th of July right now, and this is going to be uploaded in about 6 hours or so. I've woken up. I'm not presentable. But I want to play Guild Wars, but I can't do that until I've played this. I should say I'm on holiday this week. I've got the week off, so I don't have to do any work. And I'm going to play Guild Wars all day. But I've got to do this first. But it's not a got to, because it's Dol Amroth. And I love Dol Amroth. Alright, so what do you start with as Dol Amroth then? Let's actually make this a little enjoyable. We've got the Isle of Tolfalas with the village of Gobel Tolfalas, although it's not a village, it's a stronghold actually, so it's a very useful settlement. Do try to keep it. You've got the Castle of Methrast on the southern tip, the promontory of Belfalas. Is it called Belfalas? It is called Belfalas. Well done me. That means mighty coast, if you're interested. Dol Amroth is our city capital. But it is also actually a fortress. The reason I'm mentioning whether they're fortresses or not is because, remember, towns make more money than castles do. As proven immediately by the fact that Lynn here, only a town versus Gobel Tolfalas, a stronghold, which you'll recall is the highest possible tier that a person can upgrade a castle to. Lynn here makes twice the money. With really only a grain exchange added in. But then it's probably because of the land borders and connections. Methras makes more money than Lynn here, so my point is already defeated. And we've got Etheland in the north. Remember, it's not Edhelland. It's not Etheland. It's like the word there. So say there Elland, and then remove the air. There Elland. Etheland. Etheland. It's also not E, it's but it helps you start if you say with an E first. But anyway, it's Etheland. And it's up there in the north. And it means Elfhaven, if you're interested. There you go. Maybe you weren't interested, but now you know. And life can move forward. Etheland has Baragund as its guardian in Dol Amroth. We have the faction leader at this time, Prince Adrahil. Because remember, the game starts in 2980, and Adrahil actually died just before the War of the Ring. I can't remember the actual year, but it is... The War of the Ring takes place in 2019. Is it 2019? 3019, sorry. 1,000 years out. The War of the Ring takes place in 3019, and I'm sure that Adrahil dies like 3018 or 3017 or something like that. So, Bill Nye starts as your faction leader, and he has Talon Knights as his bodyguard, the dismounted version. Many moons ago, we went through and we removed the custom bodyguards, the custom mounted bodyguards for Dol Amroth, because it just made the campaign way too easy. So instead, Imrahil has your standard bodyguard. The fellow out on Gobel Tolfalas, Mistvan, he has a dismounted unit as well, Seaward Spearman, to help him defend the Isle. Over in Lynn here, Amandir has got normal bodyguard as well, and then there's a fellow in the fort there who Istian also has normal bodyguards, and that is your lot. As Dol Amroth, of course, you have two realistic targets. Either rush Harad out of the game. Harad, what a weird way to say it. Rush Harad out of the game, or go down the coast and rush Umbar out of the game. The choice is yours. But what we're going to try and do is use our obscene amount of money to actually make some money this time. And that's the plan. We don't really need you to have a low tax rate, to be honest. But your income has changed so minorly. And you lose a whole 1%. So I'd rather lose a bit of money and make you grow. Remember, people make more money. The higher the population, the higher the income through tax. So growth often actually earns you more money in the long run, which is why dropping the tax rate is good. The only time that raising the tax rate really works is once you've hit such a large population that even a 1% growth is still substantial. And then you can raise or lower it to to affect that. But of course, in castles, you can't raise or lower it anyway, so it makes no odds there. But here, for example, again, we can lose 100 gold a turn, and we can gain an extra 0.5%. Now, 1% of 2,818 is 28. 1.5% of that is about 30-something. Or just over 40, sorry. So it's a very minor change in the person, but only 100 gold is even more minor. 100 gold could almost be made up with just building a leather tanner, for example. A leather tanner gives 40, a couple of those and you've made your gold back. So I mean, it's up to yourself, but I personally prefer low tax rates. You're going to get used to hearing that as we play this game, because of course, I've forgotten. The admirals only have about 2 voice lines, and they bloody love spamming them over and over and over and over. Anyway, let's build up some eco then. So the first thing we're going to do, not eco, is just in case we have to fall back, Lynn here is going to get a militia garrison. You might think that's peculiar. No, we've got plenty of time. That's a silly idea. We've got loads and loads and loads and loads of time. I'm going to do that which everybody hates, and I'm going to go around and build the first tier of Mason's Hall in every single town. We're not going to do anything else this turn. We're just going to build Mason's Halls. I want that money to get to flow. I want it to be cheap. We are hampered in the early stages by the fact that our garrisons pretty much across the board are not free upkeep. So we need to do that. And we could do with a general. We could do with basically removing almost all of our generals and replacing them with customs, with normals. So, Imrahil, we probably don't want to stay there, but Adrahil is not free upkeep. He also is a terrible governor. He adds about 70 gold. So Adrahil is going to be our primary army leader. So we're going to send him out to that fort. He's going to take Baragund. In fact, at Theland, can you just train... Why have you only got 1 free upkeep? What's that coming from? The meeting hall. So for now... Let's just replace them with elites so that we've got the elites ready. And just come stand in that fort. Baragund is also a terrible governor, so we'll get him out of there quickly. I'm thinking on Gobel Tolfalas, because Mistvan will not be free for a very, very long time. We'd need that second tier of barracks, actually. So we'd need that but then making that a military powerhouse is not a bad idea, because it's right on... You can ship troops back and forth. Is that worthwhile, though? Well, first of all, you can definitely get them to be free upkeep, and that Gondor militia can go into the fort. Mistvan, how are you as a governor? Not really very good, but you do keep the city from hating me, so... hold on to you there for now. We're just trying to make more money, really. So Adrian's going to go down there. Next turn, we're going to send those with him as well. Why sod it? No, because Adrian's right... Oh, balls, I've misclicked anyway. Right. It's only a minor change. It's only a minor loss. Right. Methrast. Everywhere is building, and then we've got Methrast for eco as well. Now, you should have 2 free upkeep. Yeah, so you've got Imrahil and another. So let's chuck in a Haven Guard there as well. Send that one out to the fort. And we'll... My thinking, really, would be to just hold here, build up a bit of eco. Let's play it differently to how we've been played in the past. Build up eco, which is something I don't normally do, and then sail to Umbar and try and hold Umbar from the Ardenaeum. That is my thinking.
Yes, sir.
But first of all, we need to get our economy going. Yeah, that's right. I say economy. Economy. If for whatever reason you have now not seen the 3 videos in which I mentioned it, I will just also say in this one, because this one is the actual last one. Once the Brie campaign, which started yesterday, and this campaign, which started today, once they have both ended, which admittedly is going to be about October kind of time. We're not talking a couple of weeks from now. Once they've ended, the channel will end as well. The only question that I didn't answer yesterday, which I've now seen a few times as well, is no, I will not delete the channel when I go. Well, because that's just... Why would I do that? That's just cruel, if anything. I won't delete the channel when I go. I will just no longer make videos. So you'll still get to view all the old videos, and if you want to come back and watch for nostalgia's sake or whatever, you are free to do so. I think I might try and leave Mistvan here, and we will beeline for the second tier barracks. We've got enough money that everywhere's going to be able to build 2 buildings pretty much straight away. So we can utilise that to our advantage. I am going to leave Imrahil behind because I don't want Imrahil and Adrahil in the same army. Although we do have a family tree. So Amandir's married into it through Imrahil's sister. Mistvin's married into Imrahil's sister. And Elfir, of course, the actual law-accurate son of Imrahil, is there as well. Alive and kicking. Well, you can retrain. I don't know what you can retrain, but you can retrain. Dun, dun. Right, so we are going to play this the sort of normal way, as it were. We are going to have to fight Harad and the Ardenayim. The question becomes how we go about doing that. Do we slowly move out into Horondor, claiming land, building it up, reinforcing our army, or do we try and strike at the Ardenayim's capital? I suppose actually playing up slowly, taking Horondor and wandering around, is a way that I've not played. So that's the way that I probably should play. Alright, let's merge you all together. Take that unit with you. Amandir, you're going to stay behind as a governor of there. So what we could do with is someone coming of age to become the governor of Atheland. Because it doesn't have anyone at the moment. And we got all of our Masons' halls. Right, so Gobel Tofalas, you're pure military, so get me a barracks. Methrast, you... Would a shipwright be of any use to us financially? A little bit more trade. One more admin. It's not very good at all. But growth would go up, actually. Are there better and more... Oh, mines. How much is the mines bringing in? Oh, not very much, actually. That would take up a lot of money. The farm... 70 more on the harvest. And again, more growth. I mean, you just need them all, don't you? The mine probably has actually the best... raw gold output, so we'll start with that. And what about your mines? Let's do the same for you then. Up in Netherland, you can bring in a farm, and Lynn here, you should be able to do the same. And there we are. That's everyone building, and those are going to be our those are going to be all we can really afford.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Protect the blood of Numenor. You're going to go with him, but I tell you what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to put you you're going to jump in. So go around to the other side. You're going to jump in. Then we're going to join with you. So then we've got 3 generals, 2 infantry, 1 cavalry, and a couple more cavalry units. And then we'll just cross. We won't sail to Umbar. We will just try and march our way down the coast. Let's see how we get on. Although we don't want to, yeah, we don't want to do anything too aggressive just yet because we don't really have the infrastructure to back it up. Obviously, the buildings that we're now all building are all going to cost us all of our money. But they all take about 5 turns. So if we don't build anything in the next 5 turns, or if we don't queue anything up, we don't train any units, then we will have another 10,000 or so to spend when they've all then built. I'm keen to get him free, because if we just jump him out for a second... Mistvin costs 340 gold coins, but he's an excellent governor of Gobel Tofalas. That is a good unit to have in Gobel Tofalas. Right, we're going to attack that fellow, Captain Nimgaden.
By your command.
And we're going to cost... Do we still make money? Oh god, no, we make like no money with them out of the forts. Alright. I'll just hop across to there.
Maintain order.
My lord.
I will only address you.
He's got some Azra Zaire, warriors and crossbows, and then some corsairs, so nothing particularly good. So we can kill him with what we got there. Let's do it.
Slay them.
Give it a save. Kairaralf to war then. Kairaralf is a traditional Dol Amroth war chant, or battle cry, or just generally when they're happy. And all it means is ship and swan. Kair means ship, and you may think, hold on, Kair, that's the same as Kair Andros. Yes, you'd be correct. Kair Andros basically means, well, it actually means like ship foam. And it's called as such because the island is supposedly shaped like a ship, or the prow of a ship. And that's why it's called Kair. And Alf means swan. And Ah means and. Ship and swan. Kair Alf. You have to roll the R, and you have to try and distinguish between the 2 A sounds. The A obviously in the middle and the start of the Alf. But if it were Italian, for example, where they just love smudging things together, they'd just say Kair Alf. But you have to try and denote that there is an extra sound. Kair Alf. Even if only impartially. Alright, these are Nimrod Mariners, far and away our best archer for the entire game, in an effort to make Dol Amroth do something badly, because they had owner's bias. They didn't really have owner's bias. Dol Amroth was strong before I joined the mod, and I didn't really add anything to them, to be honest. They've always been powerful, and that's not just because they're my favourite faction. I am aware that I like them so much that I deliberately didn't want to just make them the objectively best nation in the game, because that's just dull and silly. So they were already strong before me. The Warriors versus Militia, not really a great matchup. Nimrod Mariners are good in melee if they are forced to go that way. 8 melee attack, 16 defense, 5 missile attack. They are a considerably better. You saw in yesterday's episode I was talking about how good Woodland Hunters are.
Victory will be ours.
Well, Nimrod Mariners are as good as Woodland Hunters at range, with then the ability to actually fight as well. If you compare them to these Corsair Raiders who have a 5 attack and a 7 defense, our 8 attack and 16 defense is suddenly looking very good. But of course that is nothing on the best infantry unit in the whole damn game, when you don't include the elves or the dwarves. The Talon Knights, 15 attack, 29 defense. These sons of bitches will fight to the absolute last, and they'll take barely any losses in doing it. The only thing you have to be careful of is that Adrian the Old, the fellow at the back, doesn't die, as we've seen on the channel many times. Because if Adrian dies, the whole unit's gone. Oh look, they're beating those warriors as well. That's interesting. If you can kill the crossbows, please, because they can give Adrian some gyps, so we need to get them killed off. This song is called Chasing the Traitor by Vindsvept. It's probably not as loud for you. You might not be able to hear it as well, but for me it's deafening because I've stupidly turned the volume in the game up. There we are. Let's just turn that down. It's a good one. It is a good one. Alright, so the crossbowmen are all that's really left. Our militia have slapped the warriors, which is very tasty. Those warriors should be beating us, really. A 7 attack, 7 defense. Our 7 attack, 11 defense. Oh, blimey. Since when did Gondor militia... Since when were they so good? I do not recall a time where they were this powerful. Alright. Let's use up all our arrows. They don't seem to actually be shooting at Adriel, so... you might as well fire as much as you like. Oh, there we go. They've gone. Alright, now you can cease fire. Oh, what's that symbol? No special ability. We lost 89 men, 182 kills. Nimrod Mariners 175, 168, 167. Talonites only took 70 down, actually. But then that's all they needed. They only took 70 down because they looked at the rest, and the rest just ran away. Fled before them like cards. Dun 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 dun. I really like Dol Amroth. What's your favourite faction? Answer in the comments down below. I've never asked that, I don't think, actually. It'd be interesting to see the different answers. We've asked who's everyone's least favourite faction, but we've never really asked who's everyone's favourite faction. So let me know, who is your favourite faction? Right, go and stand in the fort while we can. We're going to jump across. I don't know if we'll bother with the straights or if we'll try and keep to the left. Because I don't really want to fight Cand until we absolutely have to. Oh, there's a chance, of course, that Cand might side with us. Keep those fingers crossed, everyone. Pray. Eru Iluvatar, I come to you again. I don't ask for much apart from once per campaign, but this time I beg of you, please let the forces of Cand see sense. Let your agents work their wonders and allow the blue wizards to turn the minds of those tribesmen. Let them side with us, and together we shall bring Sauron down. Whoa! Hang on a minute there, Lord Gimmelzor. Jesus, Lord Gimmelzor already has come. Oh, bugger. Well, you're going to need a garrison then. I knew I should have built a militia garrison. Right, take both of those. Hop into there. Hop into over there. No, get in the city! Oh, you daft bastards.
That's right, fool. It's an enemy ship.
It's an enemy ship.
I'd never. Ships ready.
We've done goofed.
Mariners of the fleet!
Engaging the enemy fleet.
Oh, we sunk them.
We are
Yes, that's their starting fleet killed. Oh, that's good.
Your will, my
Now, Gimmelzor, you've got nowhere to go. You're going to attack Captain Anarian, though. I've made a critical error, but I think our two forces combined will kill you, because your army's not big enough. But there you go. The Ardenarium immediately taking umbrage with us existing.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Come and
Absolute
get
disgrace.
me, you coward. I will only address you.
All right, it's time to see how our cavalry fares in the heat of battle.
Let us sit up. Ready your weapons.
Captain Telemnar has warriors, archers, and 2 Corsair raiders, and we've got 2 Gondor cavalry militia and Istian. The game thinks that this is a solid defeat. 3-10, that's outrageously against us. The game thinks this was a bad idea. Let us see if we can convince the game otherwise. There is Ulmo, the Lord of Waters.
Appear to be gaining the upper hand in this
Glorious.
battle.
Glorious. Alright, so let's spread you two out. You're just going to charge straight in. Istian's going to go on the flank. Let's do it. Oh, running away, eh? Corsair archers out the front. Oh, look how deep they punch through the line. Oh, that's fantastic. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. 30% of them go. Oh, we've got a green bar rather than a blue bar. I don't think I've seen that before. Istian gets in there and kills about 30 or so. Every cavalry unit taking 2 down in the charge. Hit the Corsair Raiders again. Charge out. Hit the Corsair Raiders again. Let's get you around the back for the warriors.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Corsair archers are fleeing now. Oh, it's because they're on skirmish, aren't they? So they're just trying to get to a better position. Just trying to get to a place where they can actually shoot us. Istian, let's get you to flank around the back there. Hit them. Pull out. Right, you two hit those Ajazaya warriors. Istian, you come back for the archers.
Good tide for the moment. We've lost half of our men.
That's got to be victory. Ah, we lost a lot of cavalry there, though. I'm not overly fussed. Gondor cavalry militia is incredibly replaceable.
It's time to press the attack.
96%. We probably don't need to chase them down, but that's the bandits all killed off. Lovely to see. We can either send them home and retrain them. 752 for 80.
Remember this day.
280.
Remember
337.
of our most glorious victory.
That is a very, I've said this before, but that's a very unique visual take on what Minas Tirith looks like. And where they've quite clearly taken inspiration from Tolkien's one line, or I think it's Tolkien, it might have been Christopher Tolkien actually. But anyway, it is said that Gondor has a Mediterranean climate. And that is someone taking clear inspiration from that, with a very Italian-themed rooftops. Those red-tiled roofs are everywhere in Italy. But also there's some Greek inspiration on some of the gates. And it's just a cool picture, isn't it?
Captain of Gondor.
Right, you guys can merge together, and let's take Barad Han, so that we've got a bit of a check on Gobel Tofeles being flooded. That's a good start. All of our buildings still building. 2,000 gold coins coming through. Do we own that? Oh, you can get some Hrondor Mercs. Yeah, go on. And Corsair archers are always worthwhile. And it can't hurt to have some Bantha Poodoo, can it? So let's take that as well. Corsairs, they are so happy to die for me. They'll line up and die for me. I'll take the Corsairs on. I shall take them under my wing. I shall protect them for all of about 30 seconds. And then I shall ensure that they die in service to the Swan. Oh, a suitable husband, betrothed of Riniel. That looks like a governor of Athelan to me. Welcome to the fold, sir. Where have you gone? You've gone into Dol Amroth itself. So either we can leave you in Dol Amroth, or... No, I think I'd rather Athelan had a governor. No, why would I rather Athelan other than our capital has a governor? No, you're going to become governor of Dol Amroth. You're not bringing in much money, but it'll be enough, I'm sure.
Onward, my lord.
Right, he's made it inside of there. Once you've built your barracks... No, we are going to build the second barracks straight away. That is going to be my next goal. Oh, wow, we actually lose 6 gold coins. Is that because of these bastards?
Mariners!
Admiral Wackus.
Man the grapples and prepare
None
for
sunk,
war.
though, sadly.
Victory is ours.
Like that frees up our income. That's going to happen a lot.
Ships ready.
They are going to do that
Fine day to
a
sail.
lot. It's very annoying. But you can at least retrain your 24. We need bigger ports. We need naval dominance. We do need naval dominance. That's another thing that I've not done before, and I think we should focus on doing that. Oh, don't I have a diplomat as well somewhere? Yeah,
Yes, my lord.
so I'm allied to Gondor and Rohan, as you might expect. Note, though, that we are not vassals of Gondor. That was changed a while ago. Let's send you out to these people. Let's do the diplomacy section. Baragon, you're called, aren't you? Baragon. 177-250.
Your orders. Without
Karas.
what is it you wish to
Trade rights,
discuss?
people of
You
Enid
hold
White.
us at ransom. Very well. What
And then do you want my
else
map
do you
information?
suggest?
500 should be enough, I think. Yeah.
It seems quite until we meet again.
All right, and then on to Isengard.
As you wish.
And we'll do the same for them.
Stopping
Oh, look,
here.
Isengard's already got Fortru, which
Yes,
is
my
Bregnas,
lord.
which is about there-ish.
I
So
shall
we'll just meet them
continue
there.
tomorrow. I
Some
shall
trade rights, some map
continue
information.
tomorrow.
It's all coming together splendidly. We need to kill Gimmelzor, actually. We should rise up and attack him rather than wait, because that's a fantastic kill if we can get him early, which we can, because he hasn't got any ships and he's got nowhere to go. So when we kill him, he will die. So I will fight him. We'll rise up in a second and we'll kill him. Apologies, I've been showing you so much skin today. Oh, dear, oh, dear. It's such a flirt. Right, Lynn here, Edelland and Gobel Tofeles all got their barracks. So as I said, I want the barracks here first, which means we need the town hall line, don't we, actually? We need a governor's quarters, which is the one after a meeting hall, which is a bit disappointing. Because that's a ways away. We've only got a meeting hall, though. But that's not the end of the world. It means we can put some eco elsewhere. So what else finished? Ethelland. Ethelland starts as a city, so you want to try and beef this place up very quickly. I'm going to go with probably crop rotation, I think. Even with a poor harvest, that's good money. And of course, it brings in a lot of growth, which is nice. There's only 390 people. Yeah, we will go with that. It uses up all our money, but it'll do. And once you have an opportunity... Have you already got a market? Oh, you have. Once required for the next market. Oh, a bigger town. Very annoying. Very annoying. You could get a leather tanner that's cheap. You could get a road, but it's 5,100. I'm not sure we're going to get to roads just yet. A port would be a good shout. That's only a couple of turns of waiting, so we can do that. Right, Gobel Tofeles.
Captain of Gondor.
Lord Gimmelzor. We have got one unit of archers and we've got some javelins, which we're going to need, because Gimmelzor himself is a phenomenal fighter, the Ardenaim armsman, and the Abrazanim Narduzagar. That is a fierce little army that he's got himself there, but we outnumber him considerably so, and we've got some range. We are fighting uphill, but actually when the enemy doesn't have any arrows, fighting uphill can be a bit of a blessing, because your archers can shoot them very easily. Yeah, so we should be alright. Units, await my orders. Archers in front? Yeah. Right, we want to try and... He is just going to stay there. So we want to just try and... Don't run, actually. Let's just walk. Let's just walk. Remove the hill advantage. Remember, shooting uphill isn't the end of the world, but fighting uphill is a bad idea. So we need to counter that. It's interesting that has a green line. It's also very interesting that the line is completely is off, noticeably not in line with each other. Has it always been like that? Has the Gondorian themed UI recently changed? Because that is annoying as sin. How is that a thing? How has that not been realigned? All it takes is to cut the red circle or the red bar out from the UI file. The UI file is just a picture file with a load of with all these UI elements in it. And you just need to find the right one and just drop it down by about 3 pixels. Job done. It's a very quick job. I mean, I could do that, but I mean, I'm not going to, because whilst it bothers me, I'm not part of the mod anymore. That is not for me any longer. Right, into positions. You may now fire at will. Oh, bugger. Now that we've taken the hilltop. Now they're moving to attack us. Alright, position yourselves there. Spearmen, let's get you there. Come on. Your javelins aren't the best, but they are still javelins. We need to make sure that the archers don't get... What are you doing? Oh, that's the new animation. That's the new javelin animation. They run forward. Ready for orders, sir. Spearman versus Narduzagar is not going to be a good little matchup. Let's see if we can't get something to happen here. The archers are much better than the javelins. Oh, for goodness sake, Mistvan.
Our chances of victory with it.
He's immediately died. Oh my god. Alright, so we don't have a governor of Tolfalas anymore, so we don't need to worry about getting the barracks, because we no longer have a general. I don't think we are going to win this. Walking up that hill apparently has completely killed any hope of winning this. The Narduzagar alone are beating us. And our archers can't outrun the... They're being hounded. Your formation broke ages ago. Stop chasing me.
We will smash the enemy.
Stop chasing me. Right, hopefully the fact that you can surround him can do you some favors. Just keep leading him away. Just keep leading him away. Oh, for goodness sake, Coastal Wardens. Is that because Mistvan died? These guys are going to be knackered. They're not going to be able to do anything even if he does get to them. Even if they do get a free moment.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Oh, they killed one.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand.
They're absolutely going to win this. There's no way now. We just don't have a strong enough army anymore. Seaward Spearmen are not a match for Armsmen.
In the course of battle. The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost.
Oh, and he even used his power. I've never known them to use their powers. Alright, so we've lost Gobel Tolfalas immediately. We're going to have to just sail the army back. Although I don't know, they're going to at least kill there. I mean, they won't kill the other one. Alright, as many as you can. You might do alright. Mistvan dying straight away obviously did not help. And then... But other than that, to be honest, just the fact that we're weaker than them. We'll take it back. I mean, I'll just sail the army back over here. Gimmelzagar will die. Or Gimmelzor, I think he's called, sorry. But he is going to win this particular battle.
Pray something changes.
Although if we quit, we might keep some of them alive, and he will still have to siege us out. But we'll have to sail some troops over to help, evidently. The javelins did basically nothing, which was a real shame. So Coastal Warden's not the one. Only useful against beasts or Mumakil. We won't really see beasts in this one because we're going to avoid Mordor at all costs. And Mumakil are incredibly rare. The AI doesn't usually actually get to train them. Either because you've beaten them before they get the point they get them, or they're just so expensive the AI can't hope to get them anyway.
Ships ready.
So, let's... Sod it, you know what? They're not there waiting for us. Let's just go back and kill him.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Slay them! Ha-ha! We've destroyed them!
Yes, Gimmelzor. I've brought my entire army to make sure that what just happened against Mistvan cannot happen again. The only solace we can take from Mistvan's death is that he wasn't a very good governor, so he wasn't making any money for Gobel Tolfalas. So we don't have to worry about that.
Seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
We can replace him with a an adopted or a family member or just something like that. No, I've moved the Corsair Archers. It's separately. It's all part of the plan. Alright, get into position. If you can fire at will, please do. You can sprint across, get out of the way of the archers. Alright, this time we'll kill him long before we even get into battle, I expect. Group the army together, and then we can move as one. No, that's not very good. Well, that's even worse. Oh, for goodness sake. It doesn't have the just move slightly further forward option that Warhammer 3 and 2 and 1 all have. Alright, fire, 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 fire. Well, you might as well kill off the Nardu Zagar first, I suppose. Good, and then that leaves just the armsman. Full volleys into the armsman over and over and over. And then we'll send Istian in to finish him off once they're all dead. He is just going to tank every single arrow that we've got. That is, that's respectable. I'm going to kill him with Istian and with Adrahil. Provided that Adriel doesn't get himself killed.
We're under attack.
Right, we've killed a fair few. We've still got quite a few arrows to go. We are going to make him pay for what he did to Mistvan. I don't really mind that we lost Mistvan. I don't think the Seawood Spearmen are very good. Spear generals generally aren't good. So, alright, Mistvan's all right in defending the city. But even then, Spearmen are still countered quite handily by swordsmen. And you don't really want Spearmen as a general, because they can't hold their own against anything other than cavalry, really. Right, so a nice little charge in from Istian. Drops their number down. Adrahil flanks in. Istian hits again.
Our men have, if we continue
And
like
there
this,
we go.
will
Gimmelzar's
the enemy
dead.
army flees the field.
Where are you
Pursue
fleeing
and run them
to?
down.
You've got no boats here.
This is a clear
It was an
victory.
all or nothing set when you set sail, you daft bastards. We lost 3 people this time. Slaughtered them. Briefly meant of course, our engagement against Baradhan. We'll have to wait. But the loss of Gobel Tophilus would have been quite the blow. Evidently, Gobel Tophilus needs to be strengthened. Either the seas need to be patrolled better. The problem that we have is that the Corsairs have the best ships. Obviously, the elves have the best ships, but the elves, you never fight the elves on the water. They have the best ships for lore reasons, but gameplay-wise, you never really see elven boats. So, in practice, the Ardenaim actually have the best ships.
Remember this day.
And they're the ones you've got to watch out for. I'll tell you what we can do, is those archers can join Adrahil's army, actually.
Marchmen.
There's no point leaving them in there. You can then retrain you two. And you could get some pikemen, yes please. And guardsmen wouldn't come amiss. With the building of the meeting hall, your free upkeep will go up to 3. I'll keep the wardens because defensively there's nothing wrong with wardens. We need to build the next tier of meeting hall after that. So one of you will chuck into the fort, so we've got free upkeep there all the time. Mistvan died, of course. That's of no use to us. Where's our diplomat?
Yes, my lord.
Is there
Regnas,
something
trade
I can
rights?
do for you? Your plans. Something
Map
else you'd like to
information.
suggest?
I'll take 500 gold coins.
We have no complaints. Goodbye.
We have no complaints. Right, let's go and sell the same to Dunland.
Yes.
Oh, we were able to build something because of that 500 gold coins. Oh, we're going to get mines soon. Oh, Gobel Tophilus is... No, that was already building, wasn't it? And that was already building. Oh, did you just retrain? You just retrained, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, ignore that then. Alright, what are we on? 38. Let's go and besiege Barad and then call it a day. Not as long as yesterday's one was 45 minutes, I think. But it's between 40 and 45 minutes. Once I've hit the 40-minute mark, unless we're fighting a battle, I tend to then think, right, yeah, we can call it a day now. That's the aim as we see ourselves out. Just a reminder, Humankind will continue. There will be a Humankind video tomorrow. And once Humankind ends, I will either, depending on how far these campaigns have come and where the end of the Humankind campaign is,
Let us claim this field.
I will either just do some Age of Empires videos to tide us over till the end, or maybe play another Humankind campaign, or if Warhammer 3's Immortal Empires is out by then that. But I expect that, unfortunately, the channel will probably come to an end just as Immortal Empires releases. I expect. So, you have to watch out for that. You have to note that. Right, we're going to save up for your port, so we won't build anything else, because we can get that port building in 2 turns, and then we'll go for something in Dol Amroth and something in Methrast. We make about 2,000 gold coins, which isn't bad. Once we take Bad Han, obviously we'll get a bit more. We just don't want to... We don't want to bite off more than we can chew until we've sort of got an eco to support behind. But the longer you take to build your eco, obviously the AI is better than you. So the longer you take to build up your eco, the better you're letting your enemy get. So you have to watch out for that. So we'll have to make sure... Oh, there's... Oh, no, he's unadvised.
Without question.
Right, up to
Stopping
Dunyard.
here.
Just up there somewhere,
Tomorrow's
isn't it?
journey planned out.
I know, isn't Dunyard just
shall
here,
continue
actually?
tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Stopping here.
Stopping
Tomorrow's
here.
journey planned
Mariners of the fleet!
Mariners! Mariners of the fleet!
There you go. We got it at last. Alright, that's going to end episode number 1. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I'm going to go and play Guild Wars 2 for the rest of the day until I fall asleep in this very chair, because posture be damned. I hope you have an enjoyable day. Please do let me know what your favourite faction is. And until we speak again, I pray that you'll watch the Humankind video tomorrow. There's obviously another giveaway in the one tomorrow. The first of the DLC giveaways. But until we speak again, dear friends, Nevair Neden Pedamad Melonin, and farewell.